What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. Here for a little instant reaction softball content video as the Sooners take game 1 of 2 today in Fayetteville by a score of 7-0. Really was a pitcher's duel the entire way until the 7th inning when OU opens it up with 6 runs in the 7th. Only dinger NellyMcEnroe early in the game, first inning, first hit, the only hit the Sooners had through 6 innings. And then, of course, the 7th inning, it all breaks open. And Sam Landry was the Sam Landry that we expected, I think. She was unbelievable. Kept Arkansas off balance the entire night, the entire day. Good crowd in Fayetteville, and the Sooners get game 1, 7-0. To shut out Arkansas is a big deal, Jay.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Hey, got loud and clear on this new whatever you're using. We hear you loud and clear. In fact, there's a little bit of reverb. You may not have to yell as much as you normally do, Germ. Great win by Oklahoma. Took them a while to get going. Broke it open there in the 7th. But I think the key to this game really was Sam Landry. Pitched a great game, had an outstanding game from Sam Landry. Went the distance, which is also good. You got 2 games a day, so I think that helps. But man, when her control, when she missed, it was by very little. And I thought there was a few times I thought I squeezed her a little bit, and I think she even knew it. She was kind of smiling. But yeah, it was a nail biter, Frank, those first 6. But they did what they needed to do. Really, Arkansas never got really much going with base run. Not a whole lot really besides the 1 inning. I mean, really didn't get a whole lot going. So it was pretty kind of quick game for Oklahoma. Really, what was it, under 2 hours maybe? I mean, it was right at it. Good performance all around. Love to see him break it open. So that was good, man.
Apologize for the loudness. I'm going to try to correct
it. Oh, that's better. That's better.
Hey, the other thing to me that stood out, guys, is it was a nail-biter, Frank, but Oklahoma's defense was great today. Agbayani in the first inning made a really good double play after Landry gets a strikeout. Arkansas gets the first 2 runners on base, and then Landry just throws an absolute nasty mover inside on one of the best hitters for Arkansas. And then Agbayani at second was unbelievable. The double play, and then late in the game she made it look so easy where she moved to her left. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, Sam was big time, and Sam is big time. The stuff she can throw. We've talked about this staff before, throughout the year. I think it's pretty obvious she's the ace.
Oh, it's not. I think it's Jay.
It's time. I mean, she's the reason is like her normal pitch moves. I mean,
that's exactly right. And
her normal pitch to a right-handed batter, it tells away. I mean, it's just you can tell she's got movement stuff, man. She's got good movement. Really love to see it.
One of the strikeouts that Ellis had that's what I was saying, was a nasty inside moving fastball. She has a great draw ball she utilized, and she'll go 3 straight changeups. And I'll tell you what, Robin Herron for Arkansas was really good today. She had OU confused with her changeup, but it was interesting, Jay, because late they intentionally walk Ella Parker to get to NellyMcEnroe, who has 22 RBIs on the season, and she makes him pay in a small way, a little roller down the third base line that stays fair, and then it broke open from there. I expect it to be Kirsten Deal. That's just me personally.
I'm with you. I think it's going to be Deal as well. I think it's going to be Deal, and then tomorrow it'll be. It depends on how it goes with Deal today, as far as if they bring in Smith or anybody, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lowry goes tomorrow. Now it could be Bella Smith today and Deal tomorrow. Who knows? They got options, but a great start for the performance of the weekend with this series. It's a big weekend in SEC softball. OU, Arkansas, Texas, Florida, It's a good weekend. By the way, Texas just beat Florida 7-2
Wow.
there today. So
was Rothrock going for them?
I'm not sure, Jeremy. I didn't get to catch it, but I just saw the final pop up on my phone. So 7-2 Texas.
Hey, Poncho, but there were some things like early on, Parker gets out with a pretty hard hit ball to second, and Pickering right up the middle. OU hit some balls hard. I mean, Agbayani almost had the 3-run bomb to the wall, but yeah, they did struggle. Heron was really good, Jay, for Arkansas.
Yeah, she pitched good. Florida didn't pitch their best, Poncho Jack said. This was a pitcher's duel, which is probably opposite of what now. I mean, Arkansas can score runs. I expected them to score today. What Landry did to them really put them in just took them out back and kind of controlled that game. So we'll see what happens. To me, doubleheader against Arkansas, it's going to be very tough to keep them down twice in one day. They are top hitting. They're one of the top hitting teams in the country. I would expect this next game here soon to, let's just say this. I think OU needs to score probably 4 or 5 runs to win this next game. I expect Arkansas to put some runs on the board.
Yeah, hit the like, and we're going to open up the phone lines. We're only going to be on here about 20 minutes today. Next game is about 35 minutes away. So, yeah, hit the like button. Looks like Teresa sees Kirsten Deal starting second game is what she thinks. We're going to drop the phone line in here. It's a StreamYard link. You'll just click allow mic access and cam, and you can call and give us your take. Hey, as far as the hitting, Jay, look, I was actually sitting there thinking in the 7th inning, OU's undefeated on the year. They win 3 one-run games against South Carolina. This is a 1-run game, and it would be a different way to win because OU had 1 run on 1 hit, and yet they were still winning. And now, of course, they blow it open, score 6 in the 7th, and make it easy. But there were chances that Arkansas had, and OU just didn't allow anything because their defense was phenomenal.
Yeah, defense is really good. Really good. Poncho says Landry, unbelievable. My phrase, you can't win if you can't score. That's right. You can't. You can't win if you can't score, and just keep shutting them out and you're going to win every game. Now, we know that's not going to happen, but hey, man, Chaney Helton can fly.
Yeah, they reviewed that. It was great to see her, though. I mean, she can't. I mean, that was a close play.
Very close play. And
she did not leave early. She has great speed. I was hoping Maya Bland could get something there with the stick at the end, but she strikes out swinging.
I mean, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Who did they not play? I mean, they played a lot today. They either pinch running, hitting. I mean,
How shocked were you that Dayton moves down the 9 hole, Ella Parker at 1? I'm not a massive fan of that. I don't like Ella Parker leading the game off myself. I would like to see either Agbayani go to 1 or maybe move Dayton back. Garcia, again, you can't talk enough about Gabby Garcia. Not only was she great with the clutch 2-run single right up the center of the field, she also had a great play with her glove, moving left, flipping it with her glove. That was a massive play.
Yeah, and Big Orange. Yeah, they're really good. But hey, how about your basketball team today taking down Auburn? I'd love to see it. I know this is a softball show. I can't stand Auburn basketball. I love to see it. Thought it was great.
Bruce Pearl's unbelievable, dude.
I was so glad they lost. Hey, Maya Bland looks like she's going to be. We'll see. I don't know. You know what? I don't think people talk about enough is Sydney Barker and what she can do as far as positions she can play. She can play.
Start today in right field.
And you know,
made a good play.
Here's the thing. She makes. You don't really talk about her as much because the one play she made about the warning track, it didn't turn out to be a great play because it didn't look like it because she was already there. But did you see the jump she got off the bat? Like she makes a play that would be very hard look very easy. It's not that easy. She just had a really good jump on it. She saw it well off the bat. Some of that stuff is just intuition. She's just really good at that stuff, man. And she can play outfield, she can play infield, she can play all of it.
Great speed, but Teresa agrees, not a fan of the lineup. I just don't like Ella Parker leading off. I know she's been phenomenal batting average, on base percentage. She draws walks. She's really patient. I still want to see her coming in the 2 hole personally.
I'm going to drop.
Sydney Sanders had a massive 2-run double down the left field line. Just great staying ahead of that. We've got the StreamYard link right here. If you'd like to call in, just click the link and you'll be in on the show. Also, check out the fan stop at thefanstop.com. It's a great time to sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE, get 10% off the first 3 months. If you do it in the next few days, you'll be guaranteed to get your welcome shirt and your April Shirt of the Month. Because if you sign up by March 20th, you will have that in your mailbox. So sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club, thefanstop.com. OU Arkansas game 2 set to get underway in about 33 minutes or so. I expect Kirsten Dill, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Bella Smith, Jay. It'll be interesting what Gasso does with the lineup as far as if she's going to continue to have Ella Parker in the 1 spot.
Yeah, and phone lines are open if you'd like to call in and chat. I'm interested to see. We'll probably find out very quickly here who the starter is going to be game 2, and see what's going to go on there. Agbiano's been swinging a good bat. Love to see it. We'll see what they do in the outfield. Somebody said, I think it was Steve, that said Parker would have struggled. And that's what I mean. Like, Barker made that look real easily. And a lot of people aren't fans of the Parker leading off, Jerm. You're not the only one. You're not the only one.
OU softball Steve, a couple weeks ago, was the one who mentioned liking to see Ella Parker out of the outfield and someone like Core or Barker or maybe Malloy. And guess what? That's what they've done. That's what they've done. It's been Pickering, Dayton, and then either Core, Barker. So it looks like Ella is going to continue to maybe be the extra hitter, extra player, which is fine because in the outfield, you do need speed. And Ella Parker is deceptively fast. I want people to understand that. She's perfect on the year in stolen bases. But as far as outfield goes, I prefer, a Hannah Core or Barker out there.
Yeah. What's up, Bobby? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Frank says, agree, Parker's good, but not an elite outfielder.
Phone lines are open.
Hey, who if you had to say best defensive outfield, what is it? Don't even put hitting into it. Who's your best 3?
Best defensive outfield? Well,
yes.
I haven't seen Tia Malloy play enough outfield. I'm for sure having Dayton and it's probably Dayton, Core, and Barker. Although Pickering's been really good on the outfield. They're not going to sit Pickering out of the outfield. So it's going to be Dayton, Core. If I had to go top 3, it's probably Dayton, Pickering, and Core.
Robert, she pitched an absolute gem, and
it was unbelievable.
She is so under control up there. It's not
so
even
confident, Jay.
Confident. I love it when she throws a pitch and has 2 strikes on them. They call it a ball. Looks like a strike. She just laughs, kind of smirks, then gets them out with the next pitch. How many balls did they hit today that you would say hit it good hard?
There were a couple. The double was a pretty good hit down the right field line. Hey, Jay, what the girl for the player for Arkansas, I think it's Reagan Johnson, the slap hitter. OU brings an extra infielder in when she bats. I mean, the only thing she can do is slap hit down the left side. The play she got on, Sam Landry made a bad play. She's got to get that ball and throw her out. It still would have been a tough play, but she gets her out. But later in the game, Sam Landry goes up high and gets one, and that was a big play as well. Sam Landry, man, so confident, just unbelievably confident in the pitcher's circle.
Hey, I'm going to be out honest. I was kind of surprised she pitched today after Wednesday. I thought they might be later in the series, but threw her right out there, no problem.
Now she could go tomorrow if they need her. I mean, she could go today if they need her again. I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to go with a 2-pitcher rotation in the second game. But I think 2 will pitch unless Deal or Smith, whoever starts. I don't want it to be Lowry. I just don't. Maybe Lowry's going to kind of settle into the Sunday striker role for the Sooners.
Yeah, Mark says nail-biter for 6 innings. It was, and it wouldn't have taken much for Arkansas to get back in the game. One hit, they'd have been right back in it. You mentioned that Arkansas hitter. When you have a player like that, though, there's not a whole. If they put the ball in the dirt on the ground, you're not getting them. You're not throwing them out.
Like, but I actually, and I know OU kind of pitched I think I'm going a little bit inside. I'm at least going high and tight once. Hey, Poncho, Daniel says that Rothrock had been injured the past 2 weeks. They said they're going to work her back cautiously. I didn't know how long she was going to be out.
To be honest, Mark says, I want to see any outfielder actually rob a home run before I feel that Oklahoma aura.
Hey, Robert, let me talk about this because they were stifled today. Robin Herron, who has a really good ERA, has been really good this year, has a great changeup. There were 2 batters specifically that really struggled. Nelly Mack, her second time, and she got all over a heater her first at bat and took it over the left field fence and got OU up 1-0. It was the only hit they had through 6 innings. The next time around, she pitched her changeup, and just locked her knees. And then the other player that I thought really struggled with the changeup was Cassidy Pickering. She would turn and then realize it's a changeup, and so it's tough. It's a tough pitch. OU needs to sit back and wait on that if a team's going to do that. And you saw
she's very deceptive with it, though.
You saw Arkansas do this against Landry when they got the double. That batter had to stay way back on her back foot and really be patient. And that's what you got to do. There's not a lot great pitchers that throw a lot of changeups, though.
Yeah. The other thing was mentioned the changeup. Nelly Mack. If you go back to the last game, I'm trying to remember who was pitching they brought in, struggled with the changeup as well. I don't think it's just tonight. I think the changeup has been kind of something that Nelly Mack. I remember last game. I know she had 1 strikeout off the off-speed pitch. So yeah, that's something that. But they sit so heavy on heaters. I mean, Pickering is so good against a fastball. I wouldn't throw her fastball anywhere near the plate. Are you kidding me? I'd be throwing her off speed all day long.
Hey, Robert, thanks. Appreciate your support. We do have a live show every night at 9:30. We cover all Sooner sports. And then when we can, we have live after softball games. We'll for sure have a video after the next softball game as well. But if we're not live, we'll have a video. But yeah, Jay, Pickering and Parker, it's kind of weird to say that they've been in a slump when they're still hitting, well above.
Who said they're in a slump? I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying it.
Oh,
Someone in the chat said it, and I agree. They're kind of in a slump, and it's weird to say that. Let me say this. Them being in a slump is not like anyone else being in a slump.
No, not at all.
Their slumping is still better than most people's on-fire heaters that they're on.
Well, and I like what Mark said here a lot. Other teams also have good pitchers. SEC teams are really good this year. No shame in struggling to score and facing some of these teams. Here's what I do think. I think there's this thing with OU softball because they've won 4 in a row. There's this thing where if they have a bad game, it's like the world's ending. Like it's like today it was 1-0 through 6, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on with OU's offense?" It's like, guys, I mean, I'm just going to tell you on March 15th. I know Sooner fans don't want to hear this. They're going to lose a game. They may lose a game in this series. Okay,
they're not losing to Arkansas.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy, when are they going to lose? Then, in your opinion?
Well, I have to look at their schedule. I just don't think they're going to lose to Arkansas.
1 game, Jeremy, they could get beat. I mean, it's
they absolutely could get beat. I don't think they're losing to Arkansas.
Okay, that's fine. Gabby Garcia has been unbelievable. How about bases loaded there? Just rips it up the middle.
10-game hitting streak. You can't pull her because her defense is elite as well. Ever since she moved into the 5 spot, she's been phenomenal. I think she's now something like 6 of 13 with 7 RBIs in the 5 hole. Man,
I'm going to say it again. Before the year, I would have never picked this from Gabby Garcia.
No one would have, Jay.
Well, there's some people that are real. I wasn't saying I wasn't high on her. I'm just thinking what she's doing at the plate is unbelievable for a true freshman. It's very similar, eerie similar to what Parker and Pickering were doing last year.
Did you say eerie similar?
Yeah.
It'd be eerily similar.
Why? What's the difference, Jerm? This isn't English class. You're off.
You gotta have an adverb. You can't use eerie. Okay. Anyway, you gotta say eerily similar.
I have no clue, Jerm. That was my language. I said it. So
yeah, just helping you out there, Jay.
Cool.
Sooners don't need any help. They're still undefeated. Got another one coming up in about 18 or 20 minutes or so. Jay, have you seen anything? Maybe Hunter can. If Hunter wants to put in the chat, if they've seen anything on who the starter is going to be in game 2 Jay, I was trying to get a lot of tweets out during that first game. We'll try to keep up with them on the second game.
Oh, was that you tweeting? I was wondering who was tweeting.
I'm trying to improve my Twitter game, man.
I like it, man. I like it. I was like, who's doing this? It's
trying
nice.
to improve the X game.
Nice. Okay? It was good.
Hey, if you're new to our channel, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Again, we do live shows every night at 9:30 covering all things Sooner sports. If you're new, subscribe. Otherwise, hit the like right now if you're on here watching this. Phone lines are open. Hey. We'll take a call or two. Otherwise, we'll be off here in about 5 minutes, Jay.
Hey, you know who we haven't mentioned yet? We need to.
I know you're going to say.
Who?
Sydney Sanders?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sydney Sanders, so far this year, the offseason, a lot of the talk was, well, we know Parker Pickering, but Sydney Sanders has got to be improved, be more consistent. She's been a lot more consistent this year.
She's had some big hits.
Yeah.
We'll say this. She doesn't seem to be dropping her shoulder as much. She's not popping out near as much. I didn't know. I heard a stat today, Jay, with the announcers saying she's like top 5 for career walks.
Yeah, she's got a really good eye to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
She likes that high heater, though. She likes the high heater. It's hard for her to stay off that.
Yeah, but if she can keep doing what she's doing, I mean, that's what you need. You need consistent hitting from her. Nothing going these massive slumps where you get nothing from her. Great observation about the shoulder drop. Jeremy, have you ever thought about being a hitting coach?
I haven't, Jay.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Keep your day job.
Hey.
I saw you play softball growing up.
Does Florida rebound and win game 2?
Yes.
Is that in Florida, Jay?
I believe it's in Florida. But
how's Reese Atwood? How's Reese Atwood been this year?
I don't know. I'm not going to answer yes or no until you tell me who the pitching matchup is.
I haven't followed Texas really.
Who's a better team, Jeremy? Your opinion, Texas or Florida?
Man, I think Texas is better, Jay.
Do you?
I do. Hey, Sydney has trimmed down some. Definitely has.
I don't know, man. I like Florida a lot, Jeremy.
I know you do. But
give me your top 4 teams in the country.
Atwood hit a 3-run homer today.
Who's your top 4 in the country?
OU, Texas, Florida.
I think everybody's got OU, Texas, Florida. Who's 4?
I don't even know, Jay. I don't know who I'd put 4.
SEC.
Maybe South Carolina. Carolina.
SEC's loaded.
SEC's. I might put South Carolina 4. Their sticks are unbelievable. But didn't they lose this Coastal midweek?
I'm not sure if they did or not, Jeremy. LSU, Daniel says he
Atwood with the 3-run bomb today.
She's so good. Atwood's really good.
Crazy to think what might have been on that.
Hey, here's what's crazy. And Jeremy, go look at the video we released yesterday. What did I say might be the thing this weekend? Like OU, I think OU wanted to make a statement pitching.
Oh, I agree.
After last week in South Carolina, there were podcasts out there that said can't put OU #1 because of their pitching. I'm sure OU heard it.
Gerald,
I would love to see them make a statement.
I agree, Jay. They made a statement. Gerald, what you're saying in the comment, first off, I'm not going to show it with the expletive. And second of all, we're twin brothers. This is what we've done our whole life. If you don't like it, I guess don't watch it. I don't know.
You weren't being serious anyway. I mean, it wasn't anything serious. So,
well, I don't need to be called a name for talking about grammar. So anyway,
I haven't seen UCLA play at all. Haven't seen him at all.
Yeah. I haven't watched a lot of softball because it's been basketball season. I've watched all of OU softball, but outside of that, I haven't really watched a lot. That'll happen here after basketball's over, though.
Yeah, the thing is about softball this year compared to previous years with Oklahoma is you're going to have these SEC matchups, these weekend series. They're going to be great series every week. I mean, you talk about battle tests going into the postseason. This will be like any other. And the cheapest ticket that I could find for this game was $85 a seat for each game. Now, I don't know if it went down after last night's cancellation and moved to today, but great crowd out there. Mark says you should do some post-game lives in vertical. What does that mean?
I don't know, Jay.
Mark, let us know what you mean there. Maybe I misunderstood the hey, you know what? What are the chances we have a Jordy OU matchup? Could. Hey.
Jordy's got 10 homers.
10 home runs, man.
Do you think? Hey, do you think she would have been playing and hitting at OU pitching?
I think if Jordy would have went to Patty Gasso and said, "I want to hit," Patty would have said, "Okay, get a bat."
Yeah.
It's exactly what she would have said. They weren't going to limit her from.
Do you remember the talk? Speaking of dual play players, the talk early on about Parker and Agbayani maybe pitching. I knew they wouldn't be pitching. They're not going to.
No shot. No shot.
No shot. Hey, I just checked. OU softball Twitter still has not released lineup for this next game that's about to get underway in about 15 minutes or so. Hey, I want to say thanks for everyone that's been on here. Before you leave this live stream, please hit like. Hit the like for our channel. We appreciate it. If you're new here, subscribe.
Or the dislike. Dislike's fine too.
Or dislike if you don't like it, whatever. You be you. But thanks for being on here and popping on today on this Saturday afternoon where it's a little less windy. Let's get another win in this game 2 of the doubleheader versus Arkansas and stay undefeated. Thank you guys for being on here, and we'll see you later tonight. Boomer.